It's December 3rd, 2024, and this is for Todd, who would like to be referred to as T-Boy on the channel, and I'm not really cool with that. I'm afraid I might get blamed for him getting beaten up or something at school. But he says there's nothing to worry about, as he is about the only person to watch this channel in Volusia County schools. He says there are a couple other girls, well, a couple girls that watch it, but mostly just to get ideas about term papers, which is okay, I guess. Are they subscribed, Todd? Are you subscribed? No, I've got like 83% people that watch the channel aren't subscribed. Help me out. I'm trying to reach 100 before the end of the year. We're really close. All right, so T-Boy, this is for you. You asked. He doesn't email me. He gets off the bus and he walks over. He sees me working on the motorcycle and he starts talking to me. I wish you had more friends, but I I congratulate him. He just went out and got a job at Publix. I think he's going to be a bagger. I assume that's what he's going to be. But he's going to start next week. And I think he said he's trying to going to get 6 hours a day, which he said would be 12 hours a week or 12 hours. Yeah, 12 hours a week. That's not bad. This all starts off with the conversation. He looks at me and goes, well, you don't have to work anymore. So how did you get so rich? How did you get so rich? I never thought people or a person would ever dream of asking that question to me. But I guess it's where you're at in life. One, not rich. Wealthy, yeah, but it's only because I don't, live beyond my means. So if you're like Todd and you're young, the first thing you should do is get a job or something like that, or try to save money, or find some sort of employment where you can get some money, and then try to save it. The thing about today, my day, the only way I could have like saved money, which I will bring up another funny story. It's not funny to me, but when you get your income established, like getting a job, a part-time job, uh, going into business for yourself, which is a thing you can do as now because of the society we live in. You can go out, cut grass, and now you can do stuff like online. And the key's always been something like try to be good at something no one else wants to do. And there's a story where a kid starts a job as a scooper pooper. Come by your house and scoop up dog poop. Like twice a week, charge you $20. And now the kid's got people working for him. That's interesting. Those things happen, but it really takes a lot of sacrifice. So he goes, how are you so rich? The thing is, Todd, I'm much older than you, and I've got years of experience working and saving money. You're 16 or 17. Don't sweat it. A part-time job at Publix is great. It's unfortunate you won't be working enough hours to take advantage of their stock options because that's a great deal there. But I asked him, well, how are you going to get rich? And Todd tells me, well, he expects to inherit a lot of money from his mom and dad. I know his mom and dad. They are my neighbors. They live in the hood. They both work. They're much younger than I am. They have three children. Todd is the middle one. And Todd is, oh crap, either, I think he's ninth or 10th grade, 10th grade maybe. And yeah, because they had one that started junior college or went into the military. I don't remember. But anyway, so Todd expects to get a lot of money. I guess he plans to inherit it from them because he's still, Todd, your house is not worth as much as mine. I mean, mine's a little bit bigger, mostly in the garage area, but no one's selling in this neighborhood, so it just depends. We don't know where that price is. And if you expect you're going to get, your parents aren't that old. They got another 40 years, even by a liberal standard of life expectancy. And they might move. Who knows? After they see this, they might just say, never mind, we're going to sell the house and live in an apartment. You're not going to have anything. But Todd got a job because, like most people or teenagers, he wants to get some sort of mode of transportation. I know he's tired of riding the bus, but Todd, when you buy a car, by the way, he wants to get a, a new Camaro NR one that is a year older. And I asked him how much did he think that would cost him. He goes, it's quite a bit, but I'm sure my dad will sign for it. Yeah, right. And how much do you think that payment would be? He goes, well, $200-300, but he'll help me. I said, that Camaro might run right around $800 or $900 a month. Then you got to pay for insurance, and then you got to pay for gas, and then you got to pay to have it registered, and then you got to pay for maintenance. Yeah, it's just, I'm sorry I glassed him over right about that point. But once you get it established and you have a goal, you don't have to buy new, buy used. And if you can, stay out of debt. Because once you get into debt, you have to live your life according to that. And you really don't want to do that. So once you get an income, try your best to save money. You don't have to save all of it, but try to save 20% or 25%. Put it in a nice, fund. In the time we live in now, you can basically start investing, I think with your parents' permission, in the stock market. Be very careful with this. You will lose money in all likelihood. But if you just go ahead and start investing now, you will have your money start working for you sooner. So I wouldn't count on the lottery and I wouldn't count on inheritance to get your wealth. You're going to have to start making your money work for you. You know, the opportunity I first had was buying savings bond. Don't do that. Put your money somewhere else. I mean, it's really nice and it is a guarantee, but if you look at the stock market or the S&P 500, it doesn't really matter who's in power, Democrat or Republican. The market goes up and the market goes down. If you keep a steady rule of investment, your investments will go up. They may go down and up and down and up, but overall, you'll make more money that way than, say, if you saved it in a regular bank, drawing, I don't even know what the most they can pay you anymore, 4%? The S&P goes up and sometimes 20%, over a period of 2 years. So that's something you need to look at. I just, lottery's good, but I doubt it. ETFs, that's what I want you to do. Uh, Try not to put everything there's an old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, that's true to life. So you shouldn't buy all gold or all real estate or all stocks or all the same stocks. But you really can't compare your life to someone else where they are. I So how did I get rich? didn't get rich. When I was younger, a little bit older than you, I had a selection process. What I wanted to do for a career. I wanted to go and I considered going into law school, but that didn't work out, mostly because of money. I was one of those middle of the road guys. Um, Certain programs did not work for me. And so I went to, first of all, I went to a junior college. And then I got a job with a city. But before that, I worked at Disney World, I think from like 1975 to 1981. Now, I had another friend there. He worked almost the same length of time. I think he quit before I did. And this is how investment works, Todd. I can't express it. Granted, it was more than 42 years ago. This friend of mine, he just recently, when I say recently, 6 months ago, he got in some financial dire straits. Like I said, we both worked at Disney during our teen years. And when we turned of legal age back then, 18, we were approached with investments. You can buy stock options now. And I can't remember, but for the life of me, I think all the divisions had some sort of contest going on that who could ever sign up the most employees for stock option programs. They'd get a blender or something. Because I remember the person that signed us up, she got it. And I think I invested $12.50 a week, as did Todd, as did my friend. I'm not going to mention his names for obvious reasons. Later you'll see. He quit before I did. Now I took the cash out, so I had an extra like $800 when I left and went to work at the police department. He was told because he separated, left the company a little before I did, that there was a problem. There was a Disney takeover coming up. Of all people, I think it was the Hallmark card company, that they were going to try to take over Disney World. So he delayed that, and he talked to the finance gurus out there about stock options. And they said, well, why don't you just do this? If you just take your dividends and just reinvest them, you don't pay tax on it unless you put your hands on the money. So just leave them there. Okay. So that's what he did. That's what he did. Not me. I took the money and ran. He did that. So anyway, like I said, he got in trouble like 6 months ago. He was filing for bankruptcy. I think he had a $12,000, I want to say credit card debt, but it's some sort of other credit debt. And he had to get a lawyer because he could not pay this. And it was stressful on him and his wife, his children. Uh, Two of them, well, they were all grown. Two of them had left, and one of them had left and come back. So they were still there. But it was really beginning to be a problem. And he met this lawyer, and he said she was really mad at me as a bankruptcy lawyer. I thought they worked for you, but she said, why don't you just pay this debt off? You have the access. And he said, what are you talking about? I don't have anything. My truck is old, and I don't want to sell the house because that's the only place we live. And she goes, you really don't know what I'm talking. She had pulled his report, and she opened up and showed him the assets paragraph of that. Well, he forgot about those pesky old Disney stocks. Apparently, when he left the company, he had 3,550 shares. Did I mention they split 4 times? And I thought that would mean just 1 for 1. No, he informed me that the first time it split, it was 4 to 1. So instead of having something pesky, because he reinvested all that time, he said the first time it split, he went up and it had about a little more than 16,000 shares of Disney. The next time it split, it was 4 for 1 too. He's got over 62,000 shares. And you know it split again 3 times to 1. He didn't know any of this. Bottom line is this. He goes, yeah, I found out. And yeah, my lawyer told me just for me to write a check and she'd take care of the debt. And well, long story short, you're talking to a millionaire. You're talking to a multi-millionaire. I think he was worth like over 20, $21 million. Because he failed to tell me, oh yeah, it split again, but it was more 1 for 1 at that time. Great. And I asked him, I said, what, do you actually have votes? He goes, yeah, I mail in my proxy. I got like 300,000 votes. 300,000 votes. It's worth $116 this morning. I will say this, he was nice enough to pick up the lunch tab. And then I watched him drive away in his $92,000 new truck. He never was a sedan man. So Todd, that's another reason why you won't take time. Time's on your side. Start now. Invest now. Invest in a little bit. Invest in stuff you know. You're kind of a tech whiz. I would study tech and start doing that. And when you get old enough, you can start doing a YouTube channel and hope to make some money, at least enough to cover your medical copay when you go see your doctor twice a year. So far, not there, by the way. So, like I said, this is a story for Todd. Never too old to start saving. By all means, if you come into something like Disney at 79 cents a share, buy. And I kick myself every day about that. Plus, if I knew he's going to pick up the tab, I'd have gotten a steak. Just got a salad. So, Todd, I don't mean to make fun of you. Anytime you want to talk to me, come on over. Work on the motorcycle. I really want to know what you're going to do at Publix. And I really want to know when you're going to work there because I don't want to be there when you are. I'm just kidding. See you next time. Bye.